Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. We are on NTV Exclusive, where I will be having exclusive guests, exclusive organisations coming in to week out to discuss what's going on, how they're involved in the community, how they're involved nationally, and what sort of influences they have. And what a way for me to kick off, but use the very subject I'm loving, the football. And my first guest this year on NTV Exclusive, Osmani Nagar. So I've had Mamun Bhai and Tariq Bhai with me from the first segment. We're going to go through some of their pictures of their double victory. So this the Upazilla Cup, for those of you that missed the first segment, is a new competition that came out last year in 2015. Balaganj Osmani Nagar won it that first year. They split up the second year, but they still retained it with Osmani Nagar. And yeah, I mean, Mamun Bhai, just before we went on the break, as you were saying, I mean, so the team remained stronger, the players all remained together, you still managed to perform. I mean, it's your managerial tricks, your managerial tactics is the word I was going to say. You've never made it a secret. I mean, it's really open, because your point is, I'll tell you what to do and play it, and let me see another manager that performs like that.
To be honest, you know, in a way, I'd like to think I'm been blessed over the years to have the opportunity to manage some of the great players. Like Osmani Nagar, when the tournament was announced, and I looked at it geographically, and I looked at some of the players that's within our area, and I'm thinking, wow, we are actually blessed with some of the legends. Like, you know, someone like Sojat Bhai. You know, Sojat is one of the renowned players of our community of his time. Then you look at Rashid Bhai, who's been dominating that PYO Mamadan midfield for years and years gone by. Then you've got the likes of Ripon Bhai, who's been around for years and years playing there, Ifti, who's come on board. Then we've had the younger version of the veterans, like the likes of Abu and Russell. That's given us
not many of them, though.
There's not many. I think our team is probably one of the most aging teams. You know, if we were to play over 40 tournament, I think we would be one of the favourites. I thought Biani Bazaar had a really good team. But yeah, the secret was, I don't need to teach none of these players how to play football, because they all know how to play football.
Yeah.
These established footballers, they've been playing their trade for years and years. Some have been playing when I was in my nappies. So I'm not going to go in and want to say, this is how you play football. They know how to play football. It's just a case of, can you play this way that suits the team? What benefits the team? And if we can do that, we can gel together. And you know, I think we actually do gel really well together.
Actually, then, Tariq Bhai, let me ask that question to you. So, Mamun Bhai, how many different ways did he ask you to play that day?
Well, actually, he played me on the left mid. He played me on the left back. So yeah.
And you know, both times you just had to perform just as he told you.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the expectation across the whole team, isn't it?
Yeah.
What we're going to do, we're going to bring up some pictures because I think it's worth sharing what these guys have been enjoying for the past few months at least for the recent victory, and a few months after 2015 victory. And we're going to have a look at these pictures, and hopefully Mamun Bhai can talk us through it. Because let's not forget that with your victory, really and truly, the community were the ones that also benefited from this, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
I think as a whole, the Balaganj Osmani Nagar, the whole community, I think it was interesting, especially the first year. We had a lot of our seniors, our education trust, our committee members, all actually joined us for the whole day. And I think even from some of these pictures you can see from last year. I mean,
this
is from last year when we were just actually given the trophy itself. And these are mostly just the players itself. But we actually had all of our senior members actually join us, our education trust chairman, our committee chairman. They were all there, you know, they actually enjoyed that day. And I think this is a picture of them all just sort of like taking a snap with the trophies. These are, as you can probably see, as much as we're an aging team, they're not that aging team. These are our senior members. They're not
there's
I say aging, you know,
with respect, there's 50% of you with hair and 50% without hair.
No, so and I think I'll be joining that group very soon.
But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, look, we're looking at some of these other pictures here. It was a marvellous day that day.
It was. I think last year, not this year. Last year, the day itself was quite fantastic. But I think one of the things that actually brought together, and I think Terry touched on it, it brought a lot of people together that haven't played football together. And because we from the same area back home in Bangladesh, we've come over here. We've settled in different areas with different fields, with different football teams. Like Tariq here from West Sussex, and you know, we hardly interact. But I think it gave us an opportunity to make new friends and find people from our area. And common interest.
Yeah.
One football team.
No, of
One
course,
champion.
it was one set of champions, and I'm sure it must have been buzzing. And I mean, let's not forget this year. I mean, actually, let's bring some more pictures up. Not many actually. It was my fault we not get so many in 2016. But this year, you had to celebrate in a different fashion, didn't you?
I think last year was different. Certainly, one of the things is once we won it, we realized it was an achievement, but we didn't actually take it overboard. We didn't think it was a major achievement because there had to be one winner. We were the first inaugural winners, and we thought we're proud of it. Don't need to go over the top. I think some of the boys, we got together. The tournament happened in September. We got together in February or March. Went to a restaurant in Brick Lane and just celebrated amongst ourselves. But once we won it this year again, that's when you realize how much of a big achievement that we've actually achieved here. The players itself, the volunteers, to win it back-to-back 2 years. And we thought, you know what? We deserve to actually celebrate with our families, with our community members.
I'm just going to quickly say apologies on the little technical difficulty that's making the photos not come up, but I'm sure we can talk it through and show in the final segment. But yes, sorry, Mom.
Yeah, no, so we decided to host a big dinner with not just restricted to Balaguer Osmani Nagar members, but we invited other Upazillas and other members to join in on our celebration. And it was a remarkable night because we had family members, you know, individual
Let's see if we can get them back up.
wives, uncles, aunties, kids. So it was all generation of people just celebrating into that. And we had that famous open bus tour.
That is the bus tour. I mean, hopefully the pictures are going to come up shortly. Yeah, the pictures are going to come up there. I mean, let's just quickly go through the this year as championships.
We managed to get that picture. That picture sort of typifies that one. Yeah. That one,
I mean, there's you giving a proper thorough team talk over the left, and you know what I'm loving on that top right-hand picture is your fans and how attentive they are on the team talk getting out. But there's again your togetherness this year as this is the Osmani Nagar once it's split. There you guys are with the trophies. Again, you know, I find that funny. If I'm right in assuming the youngest guy on the picture has the least, youngest guy in this picture has the least hair. So, Shuman Bhai, I'm sorry about that. You can get me one back on that. But so you know, just quickly,
we actually got invited by the Townlet Council for a civic reception because of our remarkable achievement of winning it twice. A lot of people said, maybe because a lot of the councils are from Balaguer Osmani Nagar. I said, no, not really. There's always going to be one winner. That was last year's trophy. I think Rashid and Ripubai and Ifti and neglected last year's one.
I was going to say the 2016 one is like right there in the middle. Very proud of it. And 2015 one is like
on the side,
like the bullying child that you kept on the other side.
On the side.
The fat kid that you picked last at football, yeah. Yeah. That poor cup. But yeah, you know, there you go. So
there's a civic reception.
Abul there.
I mean, that picture is so. If you see different pictures here, on the top right hand side, you see Rashid Bhai and his two younger brothers there, and that's what actually represents our teams. And at the bottom left hand side of it, you see a picture of my dad actually getting an award for being there for 2 years running from morning to evening. So the guys,
I want everyone to have a close look at that picture at the very bottom. Murabbi there, Maun Bhai's dad, Shuman Bhai's dad. Alhamdulillah, he was there all the time.
And he does actually come to all our games and actually watches it.
So there is your open bus parade. Yeah. Do you know what I find so funny? The selfie is being taken by Biani Wazari.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Emdad Bhai, what were you doing on that bus?
Emdad Bhai is, is a remarkable character himself. You know, very loving character. And as soon as we told Emdad Bhai wasn't looking at whether I'm manager of Biani Bazaar or where I'm from. He's a community member. He wanted to be part of that community and join in. And you know, he was there rightly so. And
I'm just trying to recognise that road. But do you want to quickly talk us through the route that you took?
We went from Bulworth, Grove Road, all the way through Burdett Road, through Simple Swim, past Palace Stadium, Benjamin Road, straight through White Horse Lane, onto Myland Road, past Rohim Brothers, straight down Barclays Bank, track left onto Sydney Street, Endo Road, Commercial Road left, then right onto Cavell Street, and then past E1 stores, and then through Mas Bazaar and all that, all to Cannon Street. From there, back onto Commercial Road, onto Brick Lane, right through Brick Lane, end of Brick Lane, track right onto Bethnal Green Road, all the way down to Roman Road and back to Grove Road.
So this bus tour.
Not only do I actually memorize the team, I actually memorize the bus.
You know what? Well done, I tell you. You know, to memorize the entire route of the bus. Can I ask, that bus tour, where did they get the biggest cheer from?
Probably from all our sponsors. Because we stopped at our sponsors. We stopped at Rohim Brothers, Myland Road. We stopped at E1 stores because these are our sponsors. We stopped over at Brick Lane as well. our solicitors firms, and these were our sponsors.
So the various people that...
yeah, they sponsored us, so it was important
let me turn the question now. Where did you get the biggest jeers? And
I don't think there was many jeers. I think we were actually getting a lot of general interest from a lot of curious people as to what was going on. The non-footballing people, the English community, the Somali community, they're thinking, what the hell is actually going on here? And then they actually look at the parade, and there was a lot of people actually taking a lot of snaps of us, and I think it was quite nice. I think that generally the kids on the streets enjoyed it as well.
I've just got one picture left, actually, because I thought this was really cute.
It was.
You know what? This was the victory cake, the double victory cake. And I understand, because you won the double, that is a double layer cake as well.
It is a double layer cake.
By the way, talk us through that cake.
I think the cake itself, yeah, it's very cute, but I think what actually happened on the day of the awards dinner was even more touching than that. None of us players or management or volunteers actually cut the cake. We actually let all our senior members of our community, our education trust members, our fathers and uncles, we let them cut the cake. We wanted them to celebrate this success more than us. And I think they took you on board more than we did. We as players, right, as managers, we thought, all right, we've done a job. And we looked at the pride in themselves and we thinking, you know what, that makes us even more proud than lifting the trophy.
It's interesting. Tariq bhai, I should be bringing you more into this because I'll give you an opportunity to have your say, but I've got 2.5 minutes. I want to ask you, because let's take football out of the equation. Something really interesting you said, you know, relations getting back together. I'm really worried that in the future, the young may not relate to their Upazilla.
No, they will. I mean, something like the tournament like this and the celebration we did and the group or the whole team, the way we done surfing, I think is going to inspire the younger generation to do that. And I already know there are lots of younger generation how with the open bus tour and with the gala dinner and all that, and having everyone involved, like Mumbai said, having all the older generation involved, they are really looking that it has become something big that I think, you know, doing all that, it makes it more special for the tournament where the younger generation would feel, oh, if the older generation are having fun, let's have some
That's what
cake.
they got to see. They got to see the beauty of it.
Exactly. So I think that was, you know, it was really well done to us that we had the open bus parade, so it highlighted the tournament more, and you'll give the younger generation to come in and see, you know, give it the taste of the football, what it's like.
Right. Mumbai, I have a minute with you, and then obviously I'm going to say goodbye to you. Give us that 1 minute final message, final happiness that you feel from this.
I think generally the tournament itself has brought a lot of people together, but I think what we've done, we've actually raised the profile of the tournament by winning it twice and having this NTV exclusive show itself, this civic dinner, the open bus parade. I think we've given something back to the tournament. I think it's risen the bar for the tournament itself. But my last word would be, we've got 2 numbers at the back. It's just coincidental that I've got 1 and 2 written at the back, but I want those 3 numbers written behind your back, soon to be coming on back. 3, 4, and 5. That's what we want to achieve. But, you know, there's always going to be some winners. We don't want to win it every year as much as we'd like to. But I think the general concept of it is bringing people together, and it's bringing a whole community together, and that's what we want to achieve.
Listen, I'm out of time. I've got to let you two go because I'm going to bring in another 2 guests.
Sure.
So again, Mumbai, big congratulations, manager. I'm
you.
very pleased to be your friend, to have you on the show as a winning manager. Tariq Bhai, great to have you as well. And no doubt, we may see you next year if you win it again.
Yeah,
we're going to go for a quick break because I'm not finished with Osmani Nagar. I have somebody else, another 2 guests from Osmani Nagar that are going to come up here. So please, don't go away. We'll see you very shortly.